back to the channel. So this is my August book haul. Now in my July book haul I did mention the fact that I had put up some new shelves to facilitate some buying of some more books, and yeah, I got a bit overzealous. Usually I buy around 20 to 25 books per month. I have been recently. That's an insane amount of books already. I bought over 40 books this month, so this will take a minute. I will try not to be too long. As usual, I'm going to go through in go first, buy the most expensive book, and go down and do the bargains last. So the most expensive buy for me for the month was still a bargain. For £50, or about just over $60, I got Marcel Proust's In Search of Lost Time. This is the Everyman's Library edition, where they've actually squeezed what is normally 6 volumes into 4. This is extremely long classic to read. This is effectively one book over several thousand pages. It is fairly high on my want to read. This is deep in my top 100 books I would like to read. I know that's controversial, not everyone loves Proust, but it is something that I would really like to get to. I think this recommended retail price on that is usually around £80 or $100, so I got a good discount on that. I got it as soon as it went on sale, because it's so difficult to buy at a reasonable price. The 6 volume set sometimes costs you like £200 or $300, so I'm really happy to get it at the price I did. I love the Everyman's Library, as you probably already know. Another thing I love was The Lonesome Dove. It is one of the contenders for Book of the Year for me so far, and so much so that the beaten up paperback that I read, I've replaced with a hardback copy. This was not cheap. For some reason in the UK, Lonesome Dove is a very difficult book to find, so to get a brand new copy for, I think I paid about $30, or just under £30 for this. Not cheap, but I think worthwhile, because this is one book that I am fairly confident I will reread in my lifetime, so I wanted a nice copy for that. One book that in the UK it's uncommon in paperback form, in the format I wanted, but not difficult to find. But in hardback, it's a pain. It's a real pain. But I did manage to get a very nice hardback first edition copy of Sharp Ends by Joe Abercrombie. The only book in kind of the first Law universe that I didn't already own. It is a short story collection by Abercrombie. It's in fantastic condition. It's just such a beautiful book. But it was quite pricey. I did pay about £25-ish, about $30 for that one. So it wasn't cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And next up was a new release. And this is The Book of Elsewhere by Keanu Reeves and China Miéville. It was a new release. This cover looked brilliant. I like the idea of the book. I just wanted to get a first kind of printing copy as it came out new. Usually, if you buy a book on release, you get a little bit of a discount, which was the case with this one. This one cost me about $15, I think it was, in the end. So yeah, happy to get that new release. This next book is almost impossible to find in second-hand condition over in the UK. I just don't think it gets printed that often, and people that kind of buy a copy, they keep it, and that is We Are the Dead by Mike Shackle. So I actually waited until this went onto a Amazon sale. I got this for, I think it was just shy of £8, or about $10, which it's not too bad. It's probably the best way I'm gonna have of finding it. Comes highly recommended on Booktube at the moment. One that I would like to have on the shelf should I want to go to it. Now, I've already shown that I've been trying to collect these books in a particular format, and that is the Tales of Earthsea books. I've been waiting for these to go on sale, so every time they go on sale, all of these copies I've found on sale. So there's the Tombs of the Two in there. This is The Farthest Shore, and this is Tales of Earthsea. Now, these all cost me between about £6.50 and £8, all brand new in these lovely matching spines, and so they're all kind of like $10 to $12. It's not the cheapest, but it's the format I wanted to collect them in. So I am going to have to pay to have a matching set. That's just the way it is. A secondhand book I did find in very good condition, so I paid a little bit extra, was 4 Past Midnight by Stephen King. It's in very nice condition. It cost me £6, which isn't cheap for a secondhand book, but sometimes you pay a little bit more to have it in a nice condition. Now to my favourite part of these hauls. Everything from now on is the bargains. Bargain basement. So all of these next series of books all cost me £2 or $2.50. The first of these is What a Cover, Monsters by A.E. Van Vogt. It's a short story collection about monsters, funnily enough. You got the Creature from the Black Lagoon on the front there. Lovely cover, love that. Loads and loads of Heinlein next. Again, all £2 or $2.50. We've got Revolt in 2100. Starship Troopers. Beyond This Horizon. Oh, I have to cover the... And there we go, Glory Road. I have to cover up that lady's dignity there. The Day After Tomorrow. Between Planets. Podkayne of Mars. The Man Who Sold the Moon. Space Cadet. Rocket Ship Galileo. What a cover on this one. The Star Beast. The much lauded Stranger in a Strange Land. So yeah, they're a good price. They weren't in amazing condition, but they were a good price. As was this next book, also £2 or $2.50. And that is the only book I had left to collect in hardback for the Wheel of Time. And that is the Gavin Storm. Yeah, was looking for this for a while. It's in decent enough condition, but it was very cheap. So therefore, I went and picked it up. This next series of books all cost me £1.50 or less than $2. The first of those is by Hannu Rajanemi, and that is The Quantum Thief. This has come recommended to me on a couple of sci-fi channels. When I saw a copy, I just had to grab it. Next up is the sequel to Lord Foulsbane, and that's The Wounded Land by Stephen Donaldson. Not the greatest condition, it's got a split spine, but again, very cheap. Don't see many of these over in the UK, and that is a Doc Savage book, The Green Eagle. Again, just very, very cheap. A book on globalization by Noam Chomsky. It's quite a thin non-fiction book, that one, so quite interested to read that. A book I've heard recommended quite a bit. Don't know too much about it. Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson. And of course, the very well-known Psycho by Robert Bloch. All of those less than $2. Next up is all my £1 books, so $1.25 per book. Dirt cheap, these ones. And first up is going to be this set here by George R.R. Martin. These are collections of short stories and novellas, effectively in fantasy, and they form this two halves, £1 a piece. They're quite thick. They've got lots of stories in them. That's quite a nice deal. Just because I couldn't find my copy, I picked up this lovely Corgi, Fahrenheit 451. So that will replace my missing copy. I don't think it was a very nice copy anyway, to be fair. Then The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. It's the set of 7. These were £1 a piece. Yeah, I thought that was quite a good price. I quite like to have these series broken up rather than by one big bind up of them all. I've never seen these trade paperbacks of a Guy Gavriel Kay. They're the 20th anniversary editions. Is it the Finnovar Tapestry? There's book 3, The Darkest Road. Book 2, The Wandering Fire. And book 1 is called The Summer Tree. And those are all £1 as well. I thought it was a really, really good deal. I've never seen these on sale in the UK before. I'm not sure what format we usually have those in, but those trade paperbacks look really, really nice. 20th anniversary editions. Yeah, over 40 books. I'm almost done filling my new shelves I just constructed already. Let me know, did you have quite as an exhausting August of buying books as me? Did you pick up any new favourites? Put it in the comments below.